Have you ever felt someone have a hold over you, controlling your every thought, your emotions, the way that you are, the way that you think, choices? Narcissists are experts at manipulating people that are closest to them, creating a cycle that makes it very hard to break free from someone like this. But what happens when the tables are turned? The narcissist's not going to like this. Oh, my friends, they are going to absolutely hate this because you know what? One thing and one thing only, they are not in control anymore. So what happens when they lose control over you? In this video, we're going to talk about what happens when the narcissist loses their grip over you. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So the tables have turned and they don't like it. Well, of course, they're not going to like it because they're not in control of you. But we're going to talk about exclusively in this video what happens next. So the narcissist's worldview, they crave control. And the reason why they crave control is because of their own childhood experiences. It is something that they didn't have when they were growing up. So when they get into adulthood, they want to know what the next thing is. This comes from a really insecure attachment. When you know what the next thing is going to be, it kind of settles you because you kind of know what's going to happen. So this is why they want to control other people. In their minds, it's as though people are there to serve the narcissist's needs. It's not about anything else. It's literally just serving a need. The need is that they want to be validated. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. Again, this is something that they didn't receive in childhood. So this is what they are craving from others. Ultimately, it is validation. So when you can anticipate or preempt what's going to happen next because you have constructed the situation or the experience for that person to go a certain way, then they're winning. They're really happy about that. So how do narcissists maintain control? So let's touch upon those topics a little bit here. So narcissists often rely on manipulation. So that's about bending the truth. That's about telling you what you want to hear. That's kind of like orchestrating the events and things to go a certain way or for you to perceive them to go a certain way. Like, for example, they could give you subtle threats or hints or tell you this is what happens. Gaslighting. This is all to keep you in line. This is all to keep you focused on what the narcissist is telling you. Okay, this is not about you having free will, the freedom to think a certain way. The narcissist will literally tell you how to think. The narcissist might also isolate you from friends and family. And the reason why they do that is it's quite a clever trick. Quite a clever one. I'm not saying it's nice. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it's really clever because they remove other people from your life. So you're not able to talk about it. You're not able to discuss it with another person because if you're isolated, then you're left with your own thoughts. And those thoughts have been manipulated in the way that the narcissist wants you to see or perceive things. So isolating you is quite a clever tactic. So what happens is that you are not able to go and see your friends. You're not able to socialize, you're not able to go and see your family. Literally, you just have to stay with the narcissist, and it is as obvious as that. Okay, so another thing that they use to manipulate is love bombing. So they shower you with a lot of attention, they put you on a pedestal, they make you feel amazing. But then once they have got you, what happens is they start to pull back. Usually they might go silent or you might not hear from them. This is done because they know that once they love bombed you, told you what you want to hear, made you feel good, put you on the pedestal, and believe me, yeah, it feels good. You know what? And then they take that away. You are left wondering, well, why has that happened? Like, what's going on? What happens is you then tend to internalize this and think, oh, maybe I've done something wrong. Maybe I actually need to fix this. And that keeps your attention stuck on wanting or needing to fix a certain situation when really it's not yours to fix. But being compassionate, being overthinkers, being empathetic, this is what we do. We tend to internalize it. And then what happens is we want to be able to fix it because who wants to sit in this anxiety, in this uncomfortableness? So that is why they do it. And they know, believe me, they know. When the narcissist loses control over you, they enter into something called a panic phase. And what that means is literally that. They start to panic because they know that they are losing you. Their games, their tricks, the things that they used to do are just not working on you anymore. So what they will try, they'll do two things. Well, three things. Okay, so they will try to increase the love bombing. So in terms of, they'll try and be extra nice. They'll be so kind. They'll be validating you. They'll be telling you what you want to hear. They'll be calling you. They'll be messaging you. There'll be a lot of attention directed your way. So again, you feel amazing. You feel good. You feel like you are in the center of attention with the narcissist. It's a desperate attempt to pull you back in, because they're going to tell you what you want to hear. They'll remind you of the good times. They'll make you feel special, and they'll also show you an idealized version of themselves. But remember, my friends, these are tricks. These are not real. When that does not work, what will next happen is there will be anger and rage. This is because at this point, the narcissist has lost control of their emotions. Like I said, those usual avenues of being able to control you or being able to do certain things are just not working anymore. So this is why they will then resort to rage and anger. This is just literally an explosion because they're not able to control you. This rage that they're showing you is really their panic showing because they can't bear to lose the thought of you. They cannot bear to lose you. And what happens is this then frustration then turns into anger. Remember, they're never going to tell you that they never want to lose you, but you can see it by their behavior. And then another form will be guilt tripping. So they're going to literally say that everything is your fault. How can you leave? You know, I've been so kind, so lovely to you. They'll claim that no one's going to love you the way that they did, or they can't do these things for you like someone else has done. Like, why are you going? Why are you being so cruel? They might even say that, you know, you're their soulmate or their twin flame. Like, how are you going? And they'll try and get you to see that they are a great person. And they'll make you believe that you are betraying them by leaving. I really wanted to include this section here is the smear campaign. When none of this works, none of it, all of the stages above, they will get to this point, the smear campaign. They will then think, right, well, nothing has worked. So I'm going to try this tactic. So the smear campaign is when they go completely silent on you. And what they do is they put you down in front of others. So they will make others believe that you are the worst person in the world. And they will use secrets. They will use things that you have told them in confidence, and they will use that information against you. They'll start spreading rumors about you. They'll start telling lies about you. They will affect the way that other people see you, whether that's friends, colleagues, family, if they're lucky enough to get to that stage, but they will affect the way that people see you. And the reason for that is because the narcissist has lost direct control over you or influence over you. So one of the most powerful elements in your recovery is detachment and regaining emotional control over this situation. Now that you understand exactly what is going on and what the narcissist is doing and why they are doing it, this is important for you to detach from this. I know it's really hard. I know. My friends, I know, believe me, it's really hard to detach from someone, especially when this person has been in your life for quite some time. But it's really important for you to do that. And this is about how you grow emotional maturity. It isn't easy, but this is a form of protection and this is boundaries for you. This person is not who you think they are. They are not going to say sorry. They are not suddenly going to change. They are not the illusion that they showed you. You've seen it. You've seen it with your own two eyes, who they exactly are. And this is where you now need to start believing it and understanding that this person is not who they say they are, and they are not going to be what you want them to be. So you need to stop idealizing them and seeing them through that lens. When you get your control back, you will stop reacting to their attempts. Their attempts, what they are doing, their behavior is not going to affect you in the way that it has done before, because you realize, you understand, and above all, you accept that this person isn't who you wish they would be or who they were, who they pretended that they were. They're not that at all. Ultimately, you've got to see them as toxic and emotionally immature. And maybe there's mental health here that is at play. You need to also stay firm in no contact, because ultimately trying to discuss this, trying to work this out with a narcissist is just simply not going to work. So you need to stay firm with no contact, okay? This will be your saving grace. Breaking free from a narcissist can be really overwhelming and really challenging and really hard all at the same time. But the thing is, this will be your greatest life lesson, but it also will make you grow as a human, not only cognitively, emotionally, but also spiritually. The reason that these people have been in your life is to teach you a spiritual lesson. They were never going to stay. This was never going to work. So reclaiming your power brings you closer to you. This is how you self-regenerate. This is how you level up. This is how you do it, my friends. So I really hope that this video has helped. I really hope that you are seen through this and understand this. Please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. Guys, you can also join me over on the live stream every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.